To end my 7 months of backpacking Asia, I decided to go on a group trip to India. I went for 1 week with the company Plot Packers, and this was my experience. The trip was led by an Instagram travel influencer, and there was 12 of us girls, and everyone was really nice. I didn't really become best friends with everyone. I mean, I was roommates with the travel influencer. We were friends during the trip, but we haven't really talked since. And then we had 2 locals, so we had 1 bus driver, and then we had 1 local tour guide. And the first place we went to was Delhi, so everyone gathered there on the first day, and we just kind of explored together. And then the next day we had a tour of Delhi. The tour was of the Golden Triangle, so then the next place we went to was Jaipur, but before we got there, we actually spent the night at a campsite, and it was really nice. There was wild peacocks on the property, and it actually got kind of cold there. I'd say, like, basically everywhere else we were in India was, like, 90 degrees, and then in this place it was like 50 at night. And then we got to Jaipur, which is known as the Pink City, and I actually like hadn't done any research about India, so I was shocked that like the architecture was so beautiful, and it just made me want to go back to India even more. Like, it's so pretty here. There's so many cool things to do. The only meals that were included in the tour was breakfast every day at the hotels, and by the way, we had really nice hotels. I was expecting to stay at hostels, but I was told, like, for India, because it's, like, pretty cheap there, that they just always book hotels. And they were pretty nice hotels, too, besides the fact that, like, we wouldn't really have hot water. Everything else was fine. And then for lunch, we would always go to tourist traps where the meals would be, like, $8, which isn't expensive. But for India, it is pretty expensive because the tour company would get, like, commission off of the places that we would go to eat. Then for dinner, we were kind of just, like, left on our own. So we would try and find, like, cheap local restaurants, and thankfully none of us got food poisoning because we didn't eat the street food. I've heard bad things about the street food, but I know like 2 of the girls after the tour, they did eat the street food and they were fine. And after Jaipur, we had a road trip. We did 2 stops. So we went to like this famous stairwell, and then we went to, I think this was like an ancient palace, and then we were at Agra, and the only thing we really did there was Taj Mahal, and then see Taj Mahal from like different angles. That's the only thing there is to do here. And technically this was the end of the tour, but we all decided to stay 1 extra day because it was Holi, which is one of India's biggest festivals, and it's a color festival. So we decided to go to Mathura. I don't know if that's how you say it. We did a boat ride there. We went to a temple. We were on like the Indian news, which was kind of cool. And then we did the Holi festival, which I hated because people were like throwing powder in my face and it got in my eyes. And some men were like groping girls on the tour. We even had our 2 local guides with us, but we were still getting mobbed by all of the men there. So I definitely wouldn't do this again. Despite not enjoying my time at Holi, I actually had a really good time in the rest of India, and it was definitely a lot better than I was expecting it to be. So I can't wait to go back and explore more of the country. This is my last Asia vlog. I'm so sad, but South America's next.